afternoon, you're live on Kasi TV, and this is Weekly Ritual with me, Salin and Ikuya Abuaja. We're streaming to you live from our studios inside Osuwere Mecha Street. You can join us on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube on Kasi TV. Now, coming up, President Nana Akufo-Addo has commissioned Phase 1 of the Sunyani Airport Rehabilitation Project. Bring you details of that story. Also, the price of crude oil continues to fall as a commodity which peaked at more than $130 barrels in March 2022. And entertainment, President Nana Akufo-Addo does it nice and easy on the dance floor and on a typical day as they mark Founders Day. Bring you details of this story and the latest in business, sports, entertainment, and international right after this. Please do stay. And President Nana Akufo-Addo has nominated the Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection and Member of Parliament for Waliwale, Lariba Zurera Abdu, as Minister Designate for Gender, Children and Social Protection. Her appointment is subject to the approval of Parliament. Now, the President has also nominated Member of Parliament for Kwabri East, Francisca Otin-Mensah, as Deputy Minister Designate for Gender, Children and Social Protection. Meanwhile, the appointment of Committee of Parliament will hold hearings for the 6 nominees of the President to various positions 2 weeks before Parliament resumes from recess. Now, the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, has nominated 4 justices for elevation into the Supreme Court bench. Now, 2 members of Parliament have also been nominated to take up roles at the Gender, Children and Social Protection Ministry. Now let's move to the Ashanti region, where a total of 100 kilometers of roads rehabilitated under the rehabilitation and auxiliary infrastructure of Kumasi Inner Ring Road and Adjustment Street projects have been inaugurated by the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. While the Vice President performed the sword cutting on December 13, 2019 for the commencement of the project under 6 metropolitan and municipal assemblies.
Today, we are commissioning these roads. But Ushe Ijima, Yaye, urban roads, overlay in Kwa, has been 295 kilometers. Asphalt overlay. Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, Subin, Ishaiso, Ene Bantama, Asokwa, Oforikrum, Kwada, Swami, Old Tafo, Asokorema Mpom, Bekwa, Obuase, Ejuso Joabes of town roads in Ashanti. And in na roads minister or Kwai town roads, Kwamo town roads, Naishia town roads, Boko, and Ejuso and the Kwaso. And there has been no, we have just commissioned today. Partial reconstruction of selected roads in the ASR project, 60% complete of 57 kilometers, and the 80% complete. And to Dompoase, which is 3.5 kilometers, and the lining of the system area. We expect the entire project by the end of this year by the Agence Française Développement.
The country has been ranked highest in budget transparency in the latest Open Budget Survey report, the best performance by Ghana since it joined the OBS in 2010. Well, it scored 56%, 2 points better than the 2019 ranking of the biennial OBS. Despite the steady progress in the scores, Ghana will fail within nations with limited information on budget processes, falling short of the 61% required to mark the appreciable mark. Let's do some stories on SIM card registration, where government has extended the deadline for the SIM card re-registration to 30th September this year. The Minister of Communication and Digitalization, Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, disclosed this during a press briefing held on Sunday, July 31 this year. The government had initially set July 31 as a deadline for all persons to re-register their SIM cards with their Ghana cards.
The statistics indicate that there was a 90% drop in SIM registrations as soon as the first deadline was extended on 21st March. Until a week ago, there were no queues at any registration center. People started rushing to register when they realized that the deadline was imminent after going to sleep when it was extended. About 50% of those who have completed the first stage of the process have not concluded the second stage. They have linked their SIMs to the Ghana card, and so that cannot be attributed to Ghana card challenges. I've also been informed that some people who have obtained quick loans from their service providers have decided not to register their SIMs to avoid repaying those loans. That is evil corruption, and you will be found out. The MNOs, network operators, and the NCA, and I dare say the NIA too, have all engaged additional staff, procured the necessary logistics, and are incurring significant expenses to conduct this exercise successfully. Any extension of the process increases their costs. Upon consultation with the industry, and in view of the challenges enumerated above, I have very reluctantly decided to grant a final conditional extension. The program will, and I'm choosing my words carefully, the program will be extended to 30th September to end on the anniversary of its commencement. That will give us 1 full year of SIM registration. It will be reviewed at the end of this month, and any SIM that has not been fully registered by the end of August will be barred from receiving certain services, including voice and data services.
Meanwhile, persons seeking to re-register their SIM cards can now resort to a self-service registration application, which will be made available on both Android and iOS platforms. The Minister of Communications and Digitalization, Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, made this known during a press briefing on July 31 this year. She said registration via the app will attract a 5 Ghana cedi charge.
The SIM registration app will be available for download on both Android and iOS this week, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Each registration via the app will be subject to a 5 cedi surcharge. You will pay 5 cedis to register yourself on the SIM registration app. Non-resident Ghanaians who do not have the Ghana card can use their passports to complete the process via the app, but will be required to update their details with the Ghana card once they acquire it. They have up till December 2022 to do so.
Now let's move to the Upper East region, where the Upper East Regional Security Council has closed down the Bolgatanga Technical Institute following a riot earlier on Tuesday, while students were given a couple of hours to vacate the school premises. The Upper East Regional Minister and Chairman of the Regional Security Council, Stephen Yakubu, said the closure was the best solution to everyone. Well, the minister further said the students would be dealt with by security personnel if they do not pack out in time. The students reacted following the arrest of 2 of their colleagues and a teacher for allegedly engaging in examination malpractice.
My understanding is that what is happening here is exactly also what is happening in Boko also. And that tells me that it's a coordinated plan. Okay? So we have conferred and we have decided that we are going to close the school. It is better for everyone. So we are going to give you an hour or 2 to leave campus. All of you should pack and leave. And then we are going to allow the final year students to come in only when they have a paper to write.
Meanwhile, the leadership of the Parent Teachers Association of the Bolgatanga Technical Institute has appealed to the Upper East Regional Security Council to reopen the school for final year students. Well, according to the PTA, the students, especially females, are currently exposed to all manner of risk. Speaking to the media, the PTA chairman for Bolgatanga Technical Institute, Richard Adongo, apologized on behalf of the student for their misconduct.
Right. I've never seen any exam from math paper and you'll see your calculator not use the calculation. More to the point, if they are seated to write, then you are writing. As a teacher is standing on you, there will be tension on you. And I'm assuring each and everybody that they should let us have peace of mind and write in our exams. If not, it will not be good for us. As we came here, they can testify how many something and they're expecting us to write without getting any help.
Let's do some health-related stories where one person has died from the monkeypox in the Bolgatanga municipality of the Upper East region. The Ghana Health Service has confirmed. Well, a total of 13 people who are believed to have come into contact with the victims are being monitored by the Ghana Health Service. The Regional Directorate of the Ghana Health Service made this known in a statement. The Upper East Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Emmanuel Kofi Doti, noted that the confirmed cases was identified after investigations of 3 suspected monkeypox cases on July 22 this year. Let's do some business stories where the Revenue Assurance, Compliance and Enforcement of the Ministry of Finance has retrieved 24.2 million Ghana cedi as tax and the recovery from some oil marketing companies and a commercial bank. Well, this follows a validation of tax payments for the lifting of refined petroleum products. According to the ministry, the Revenue Assurance, Compliance and Enforcement team of the Ministry of Finance concluded the first phase of engagement with 99 out of 117 OMCs to validate tax payments for the lifting of refined petroleum products. But the government is aiming to raise 750 million Ghana cedi after the value-added tax amendment bill, which implements the e-levy policy, was approved. Well, the reviewed tax policy broadens the basin of the existing law into incorporate electronic commerce, provide for the electronic insurance of a tax invoice, upfront payment of value-added tax by an unregistered importer, and a zero rating of the supply of locally assembled vehicles. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Finance has been forced to reduce its earlier forecast of $1.6 billion in revenue from the controversial e-levy to 611 million Ghana cedi after experiencing challenges in its implementation. Ghana government has outlined interventions geared towards the harmonization of existing laws, programs, policies and regulations to boost Ghana's trade with Africa under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. The interventions were highlighted in a national policy framework and action plan that provided policy prescription and strategic objectives with focus on trade facilitation, trade policy, infrastructure, market integration, and finance.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the President is happy to be part of today's launch of the National AfCFTA Policy Framework and Action Plan for boosting Ghana's trade with Africa. This launch clearly indicates that the government of Ghana is continuously positioning the private sector operators in Ghana to trade under the AfCFTA agreement. The National AfCFTA Policy Framework and Action Plan is geared towards the harmonization of relevant policies, programs, laws, and regulations to boost the productive capacities of the private sector in Ghana, particularly the MSMEs, to harness the full benefits of the AfCFTA. A successful implementation of the action plan will boost the capacities of the Ghanaian private sector to take advantage of market access opportunities in Africa to promote made-in-Ghana goods and services. The Ministry of Trade and Industry, under your leadership, Minister Kyerematen, has led the establishment of the relevant structures for the implementation of the various AfCFTA protocols in Ghana. This includes the establishment of the National AfCFTA Coordinating Office with the responsibility to coordinate the implementation of Ghana's AfCFTA strategy. And colleagues, at this point, let me ask you to join me to applaud the ministry and the agencies for the work done so far.
And still in business, the price of crude oil continues to fall as a commodity which peaked at more than $130 barrels in March 2020 has given up all the gains triggered by Russia's war on Ukraine, falling to nearly $90 a barrel. Well, this fall is in the price of the crude oil, which is nearly 6 months low. However, the rapid depreciation of the cedi may offset the significant reduction at the pumps. Fuel prices in Ghana went down between 3% and 6% at the beginning of August this year. OPEC said it will raise its oil output target by 100,000 barrels per day. Let's do some sports news where Ghana will face Nigeria in the final round of qualification for the 2022 African Nation Championship after defeating Benin. Well, the Black Galaxies defeated Benin 1-0 on Saturday to complete the double over their West African opponent and advance to the next round. Black Galaxies now have to find a way to pass Nigeria in the final round to book their place in Algeria for the tournament. Ghana have failed to qualify for the tournament in the last 3 editions.
Fullbacks, Chaona and Sabi, further up the pitch. They've got only 2 centre-backs, one of whom is on a yellow card, Suleiman. He's on a yellow card now, and if they are chasing a goal in this game, then that could also be an opportunity for Ghana to realize the spaces they're going to be vacating behind and commit bodies forward. Took a size off.
And the management of the relegated 11 Wonders has taken the Ghana Football Association before the Superior Court of Judicature in the High Court of Justice, Wenchi, with regards to the upcoming Ghana Premier League playoffs between Liberty Professionals, Tamale City and Ebusia Dwarfs for the replacement of demoted Ashanti Gold SC. 11 Wonders had previously submitted a plea to the Appeals Committee of the GFA to restore them back to the GPL, but this was rejected following the demotion of Ashanti Gold SC to Division 2 League due to suspicions of match rigging. Let's do some entertainment news where veteran actor Prince Yolson is reported to have died, while he's said to have passed on earlier at the 37 military hospital after battling an illness. Mr. Yolson was 52 years of age. The sad event was confirmed by veteran actor Bob Smith Jr., Diabolo Man, who was inconsolable. The actor, popularly known as Wache, has featured in many prominent movies in a Ghanaian space.
Look here. If you don't mind business, eh? What have I done? Tell my wife. What have I told you? Mind your business. This house will not contain the two of us. What are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? You are what? Me what?
And still on entertainment, President Nana Akufo-Addo does it nice and easy on the dance floor and on a typical day. Well, on the occasion of this year's Founders Day luncheon held in honor of senior citizens, the first gentleman of the state boogied down with Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings, Ghana's former First Lady. The duo made a bold statement during the musical performance of Ghanaian highlife singer Jedu Blay Ambule. On an international front, at least 37 people have died in flash floods in eastern Kentucky as the region braces for more rainfall. At least 6 children, including 4 siblings aged 1 to 8, were reportedly swept from their parents' grip, are among the dead. While more than 12,000 households remained without power and hundreds of homes and businesses have been flooded. The damage to roads, bridges and other infrastructure will cost millions to repair, the governor said on Monday.
You can see there's a home down there tucked between the hills, and we're told that the roadway has been completely cut off. They need food and water, and this helicopter is going to bring it to them.
And IS has killed the leader of Al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahiri, in a drone strike in Afghanistan, President Joe Biden has confirmed. He was killed in a counter-terrorism operation carried out by the CIA in the Afghan capital of Kabul on Sunday. He and Osama bin Laden plotted the 9/11 attacks together, and he was one of America's most wanted terrorists. Mr. Biden said Zawahiri had carved a trail of murder and violence against American citizens.
2 decades.
No matter how long it takes, no matter where you hide, if you are a threat to our people, the United States will find you and take. Carefully considering the clear and convincing evidence of his location, I authorized a precision strike that would remove him from the battlefield once and for all.
And that will be all for this week's edition on Weekly Reach Show. For more news updates, you can log on to our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube at Kasi TV. A very big thank you goes to my Hujo Cash, Nat Kwame Adepa Monk, Bofo, and to my executive producer, Elder Dominic Boachi, and to you who watch me as well. See you same time next week. As always, Max up, stay safe and stay positive. My name has been Salina Ikuya Abuaja. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Good afternoon.